Excuse me, ladies. Can I get your credit card number?
No, thank you.
Oh, okay, thanks. Excuse me. Can I get your credit card number?
Say again?
Can I get your credit card number?
For what?
Oh, well, I want to send you some money.
Thank you.
Okay. Can I get your credit card number? No? Why not?
Sorry.
Okay. Can I just see your credit card number, please? Credit card number? No? Now, if you think that only a crazy person would hand out their personal information, their credit card number, or their login into their bank account to a random stranger on the street, well, people do exactly that. I mean, they don't give it to someone on the street, but they do it on the internet. And a lot of people do it. We're the Honest Guides based in Prague, Czech Republic. And when people try to sell something here on the internet, this is the most common scam that attacks exactly them. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Yesterday morning, I created a listing for some old speakers that I wanted to sell on Facebook Marketplace and some other websites here in the country. Instantly, I was getting replies from people, which I was pleasantly surprised by. But what do you know? All of them were scammers. But we'll get to that. Now, all the people were asking me if the speakers are still available, and I replied, yes, they're sitting in my room and they're still for sale. Now, this is the reply I got. Perfect. Can you deliver through DPD? I live in this small town and I will pay for postage and I will also give you money up front on your bank account. Is that all right? If you don't know how this works, I can send you a screenshot of how to do it, or I can just send you a link. Now, this sounds really easy and promising, right? I mean, somebody's gonna come to my house, a delivery boy, I'll give him the speakers, he'll give me the money. This sounds really simple. Let's head out to the link they sent me. The links they send out really leads to officially looking websites. By the way, they not only do it with DPD, but also FedEx and many other local shipping services. Further on, the website will eventually ask you for your card number or for login information to your bank account. Now at this point, you should get a huge red exclamation mark above your head. Why the hell, if somebody wants to send me money, should I give him my credit card information or my bank account login? No, I wouldn't do that. That is not logical in any way. Now, even though it looks like you're on your bank's official website, you're not. Always check the URL bar of your browser. Does this look like a legit address of a bank? I don't think so. Now, unfortunately, there are people that will hand out their information. I mean, that's why we're doing this video. And if you're watching this thinking, that would never happen to me. I've been on the internet. This can only happen to someone who just opened the internet for the first time in their life. No, this happens to everyone. Doesn't matter the age, the education, or the sex. It happens globally in all the countries. I mean, just yesterday, we asked our viewers and they shared these stories with us. I posted a listing to sell something, and within a month, I got an email asking me to fill out some information. They wanted my name and my credit card number to send me money, which is what I did. Later on, I got some notifications from my bank to approve some payments, and I did that. I didn't lose much money, but looking at it back, I can't believe I was that stupid. And another person describes exactly the same situation, saying he lost 385 euros, which was all the money he had in his bank account. Meaning, if he had more, he would lose more. Our viewers asked us not to share their names, which we wouldn't do anyhow, but one of them said, look, I don't want to be ashamed in front of my friends and colleagues, and I don't think you should be ashamed. You're a victim of a crime and you shouldn't feel bad about it. The criminals should feel bad about it. And we'll make them feel bad, I promise. Wait till the end of the video. Now, in this video, we mostly focus on the listings scam, but there's many different varieties of how people try to get your information. Not only they send out texts, sometimes they will even call you, and on your phone, the caller ID may even show as if your bank is actually calling you. Sometimes they will even impersonate the police, telling you that your credit card information was stolen and that you have to give them your credit card information so they can block it. Once again, never ever do that. It doesn't make any sense. Your bank doesn't need your credit card information to block it. They will put you under pressure to act fast because otherwise you can lose money. Don't let them do that. If you act fast, you may lose money. Not only they have sophisticated systems they use, but they also follow the current trends. Now, if there's a talk in the media about the government giving some allowance for housing, they will follow that. Just today, my very good friend actually showed me a message that said it was from the government and that he should follow the link in the message to get his allowance. Now, if you look closely at the website address, you can spot that it is not legit. Now let's go back to the listing scam. As I said, it's very popular, and actually I asked our viewers in our country on our Instagram if they've ever faced this one. And I told them to send screenshots, if they have any, to our email address. And within a couple minutes, I was in a complete shock. Our viewers filled our mailbox with screenshots, and most of them were identical. Hundreds and hundreds of messages. Luckily, most of them figured out that it was a scam, and they simply told the scammers to bugger off. Now, I'm super happy that our viewers send it to our mailbox, but I think that we can fight these tricks and scams by not only sending it to an email address, but also posting it on our social media with a tiny note, "This is a scam, do not fall for it." Because if all the people will know what scams look like, they will simply avoid them. And if you did receive a scam message and you fell for the scam, don't feel ashamed. Simply contact your bank, contact the police. They're here to help you, and you are the victim. Now, you know that the two of us love to catch scammers, ideally literally to catch them and grab them. It's hard to do this with the scammers online because they're usually hiding in a different country in some dark room and you can't get our hands on them. But I was actually lucky to have a pretty serious conversation with one of the scammers, and here is what he told me. The scammer first started to tell me how much money he earns every day. Now, when I didn't believe him, he actually sent me screenshots from Telegram groups where these scammers work together. 821 euros. Commission or cut for the scammer, 492 euros. 322 euros. 536 euros. 6,370 euros. 40,000 euros. Cut for the scammer, 20,000 euros. Now, if you think, and I thought that the scammer is just making these numbers up to look cool that he scammed people for that much money, unfortunately, when we talk to the banks here in our country and to the police, they actually confirm that. The average amount that people get scammed for online is around 6,600 euros. Now, obviously, I was super curious to get more information from this guy. Therefore, I asked him if I can join this Telegram group and get all these information. And he asked me if I'm from the Czech Republic, which I replied to honestly, and I said, yes, I am. Then it would cost you your freedom. Even if you can manage to make some money, the police will find you. You can't live in a country that you scam. You sneaky little bastard, you don't shit where you eat, I know. Since he wouldn't let me in the group, I kept asking how their work works and if they're more organized. What's the team? Around 700 people work here. Some work in Poland, some in Hungary, England, Germany, Bulgaria, and many other countries. The daily income of our team is around 220,000 euros. Now, the scammer confirmed that he usually works on the websites where people try to sell something like Facebook Marketplace, or in Poland it's OLX, and also Vinted, very now popular in Europe. How long do you think you can do this? What do you mean? People are more and more careful. How long do you want to do this? As long as there's internet, everything will work. The scammers are always 5 steps ahead. That's why we call our victims the mammoth. If you don't scam, you don't live. It's hard to translate, but in our countries, that is what we say. Have you ever yourself been a mammoth? No. It seems to me that it's a matter of mentality. In Ukraine, in Russia, every day you expect a trick from someone. You don't trust almost anyone. And in Europe, people are too trusting. You just need to push a little, and that's it. Mammoths become cuddly. After this, I asked the guy one last question. Isn't it better to live in a society where people trust each other? And he just left the chat. Now these people, these scammers, come from societies where it may be normal not to trust anyone, but I don't want to live in that. I just want people to be cautious and be careful when they hand out their personal information that leads to their account and to their money. Look, I may be a mammoth, but that guy is just a rat hiding out in some dark room where he's typing on his little keyboard trying to scam people in our countries. And guess what? It's not gonna work out. You're not 5 steps ahead, we're 6 steps ahead. I mean, you didn't know you're gonna be a star of a YouTube video, did you? The online scams are changing every day. If you thought up till now that the scams in the emails are the only thing that can hit you, like the "you inherited $7 million from a Nigerian prince" written in a very broken English, no, these people are steps ahead. So please be cautious. You know that our specialty is to catch scammers on the street in our city. But since this scam in our country and in Europe is now so widespread, we had to address it. And we're not the only YouTubers that do it. I mean, there's Scammers Payback that does it perfectly, Pleasant Green, and many, many others. In a way, and we've been at the beginning of this, it is kind of a trend for people to catch scammers. So I hope the trend will only be on the uprise, and once maybe we will get rid of scammers in our societies. Oh, I'm being so naive, people will kill me in the comments. That was a message from us. We're the honest guides, Honza and Janek, here from the Czech Republic. If you want to see more scammers on the streets of Prague, or if you're planning to come to Prague and want some tips, our channel is full of that. Thank you so much for watching. Now, as always in our videos, I teach a Czech word at the end. This time it's going to be a very easy one, how to say a mammoth. In Czech it's mamut. Mamut is mammoth, but also I'm going to teach you how to say a rat, which the scammer is. And rat is krysa. Krysa is a rat. And krysa will always lose to mamut. Do you? Hi, how's it going, man? Can I see your credit card number?
Oh, I don't have a credit card actually.
Okay. Well, can I get your password for your bank account?
Actually, I don't have account here.
Would you give it to me though?
Yeah.
No, man! You should never give me your bank account. Never, ever, even if you know me.
But I know you.
Yeah, but you still shouldn't do that.